Hello YouTube, this is Keith Kevin Ken. How you doing? How you doing? Man, I hope you're doing well. It's time again for the knife of the day. Today, we're going through the Chris Reeve knives. We have a bunch of them to get through. And today, the knife of the day is from Wilson Combat. It's part of their Wilson Tactical division, I think. Wilson Combat sells guns and other things. They also sell knives. This is part of the Wilson Tactical group. It's called the Star-Benza. Have you heard people talk about Star-Benzas? I was starting to collect Chris Reeve knives, and I was looking for different variations. And all of a sudden, I started hearing about the Star-Benza. And I didn't know what it was. I thought someone had named their Sebenza, right? I really didn't know. And then I started seeing the pictures of them and that distinctive handle. And so I looked it up. And of course, I just went crazy. I needed to have the whole family of these. So what has happened is Wilson Tactical, they worked with Chris Reeve Knives, and they took the whole lineup of the time. The Umnumzun, because it's not a Star-Benza, or not a Sebenza, they couldn't call it a Star-Benza, they call it a StarTac. I believe I've already done a video on the StarTac. It's the Umnumzun that has the special elements that Wilson Tactical added to it. And then, of course, they have the Star-Benza 25. This is the Star-Benza 25, the Star-Benza large and small 21s. And I believe, I was just on the website, they're not for sale. I don't know if it meant they were sold out. I don't think they were. Because while these are exclusives to Wilson Tactical, they've been around for many years. Pretty soon they're going to have the large and small in Cosis. And of course, I'm going to keep an eye out because, and if any of you guys hear about it, I definitely want to get a Star-Benza Incosi. I wonder what they'll call the Incosi. They can't call it a Star-Benza. I should check that out. Anyway, as I went on a little tangent, so let's talk about the Star-Benza 25. Of course, the Sebenza 25 has been discontinued by Chris Reeve Knives. You can still find a lot of new ones. You can still order them new, not from Chris Reeve Knives, but from other knife shops, etc., because they still have them brand new. But they have been discontinued. There will be a time in the future when they are hard to find. But you take a Sebenza 25 with the exact same blade, S35 VN steel. You can see the distinctive notch on the spine of the blade. Hollow ground. 3.6 inch blade. 2 studs on the side. 8.3 inches total. I love this though. You know, I am a sucker for plain Jane Sebenzas. Just a sucker for them. This is not plain Jane, and we'll talk about the handle in a few minutes, but just a sucker. Let me do another story. You know, I was watching someone else's videos, and someone asked them a question. They were doing live, because I'm thinking about doing live. Maybe I'll do my pocket dump deconstructions live on YouTube or something that you can then see when they're recorded. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I want to start showing you guys those, but making them quicker for me. But anyway, and someone asked them, should they buy, I believe it was a Olamac, one of the newer brands of knives, or a Chris Reeve Sebenza. They had enough for a Chris Reeve Sebenza. And the person said, wow, that's a tough choice. He liked Sebenzas. He said most people would say Sebenzas, but he picked the other knives because of the variety and the interest. I will just say I'm asked a lot of times the same kind of question, especially when I do these kind of videos. If you have enough money, if you're just starting knives, if you've just started deciding like I did that I want to spend more than $100 on a knife, or more than $300 on a knife, or more than $400 on a knife, when you start collecting, you get to those things and you have enough for a Sebenza, buy a Sebenza plain Jane. Okay? Because it'll last you a lifetime. It's lifetime guarantee. You'll always hear about the Sebenza, so you'll get a chance to have one in your collection. I'm not saying it's better than the other knives. I'm just saying it's a classic. Go for the classic and then later go with the other ones. Anyway, Star-Benza, I'm sorry. It's a Friday as I record this, and I took the day off, so I'm rambling. It's like talking with friends. I will not ramble that long on this, though. It weighs 5.2 ounces. So far, everything about the Star-Benza 25 is exactly like any Chris Reeve Sebenza 25. But now let's look at the handle. Now, when you talk about plain Jane knives, the only one that has any carving for Chris Reeve on the handle is the Ungdomsson, right? Well, the Star Tac, the Wilson Tactical version of the Ungdomsson, has this starburst pattern, just like all the other Star-Benzas. The starburst is the logo for Wilson Combat, Wilson Tactical. And so that's why you have it. And it is really carved in there. It gives you a little bit more grip than a plain Jane as well. Just a real nice, simple starburst. And that's part of the logo, and that's what makes these Star-Benzas special. Everything else, see-through construction, the Chris Reeve integral frame lock. Now let me tell you, there is no other knife that I know of from Chris Reeve where there actually is something carved into the integral frame lock, the lock bar right there. Not lying to you. If you look at even the fancy schmancy polished titanium inlays and all of that, now this is to my knowledge. I haven't bought a lot of the newer ones, but this is unique to see it carved into the lock bar. Usually that's just plain titanium. Also, on the clip, which usually isn't messed with at all as well, they have that Wilson. They have a Wilson Combat logo on that as well. See the like eagle. So these are unique points. Lock bar usually is never messed with. Neither is the clip. In this case, it is. You get the lanyard like you usually would get with a Sebenza, but usually on a plain Jane Sebenza, you just get the lanyard. This has a special Wilson Combat bead on it. It says Wilson Combat. So the simple difference is the carving on the handles. And I'll tell you, not only do I think it makes a plain Jane Sebenza 25, 21, or Ungdomsson look unique and different. It gives you a little bit of grip on the titanium. But also you get something that you usually don't see. Another logo on the clip and some of that foul work on the lock bar. Other than that, it's just a wonderful knife like most Chris Reeve knives. So, the knife of the day today is the Wilson Tactical Star-Benza. They've worked with Chris Reeve to transform their Sebenza 25 into a Star-Benza 25 with the, really it's the carving on the handle, that starburst pattern that represents the Wilson Combat logo. You can still buy them all new, all pristine, coming from Chris Reeve box and packaging and oil and tool and all of that birth card from wilsoncombat.com. I just wanted to compare it with Sebenza 21 and an Umnumzun so you can get the feel of it. Hope you guys are having a great day. Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoy these Monday through Friday knives of the day, please let me know. I just dug into my Pelican cases and pulled the knives that I will feature this weekend. Monday through Friday, we do the knife of the day. During the weekend, I take a group of knives that have something in common and talk about them. Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 knives we'll go through in a special little video this weekend. In order to have the special little video, don't forget to subscribe. And once you subscribe, there's a little bell. Hit that. That turns on your notifications so you never miss a video. I'm expecting, I get so antsy and I know it hasn't been mailed to me yet. I'm expecting early next week to have 4 brand new off the press Spydercos that I've been waiting to get that we'll talk about next week. I hope you guys have a perfect day. Take good care of yourselves, okay? Don't forget to share the videos. Let people know that we're out here. Enjoy, all of you. Keep those pockets full. Goodbye.